Hello, welcome. It's Wednesday the 26th of April and I'm about to give you a tarot card reading, but I have got my energy cards and angel cards nearby, so yeah, I might pick one of those in a minute. Stay tuned, find out what happens. Anything could happen. It's Mercury retrograde, isn't it? So the whole reading could plunge into chaos, who knows? Right, let's see what we've got. Okay, well that sums it up. So we've got the Death card. And we've got the Nine of Voices. Okay. Right, let's have a little look at these two together then. I'm really drawn to the fact that here we've got somebody with their eyes closed and somebody with their eyes closed there. Okay. So I wanted to take a little look at these. There was quite a lot of similarities, and I've not seen these two cards in this pack together like that. And sometimes that's a wonderful thing about tarot cards or oracle cards. Sometimes you see something differently. Now, I'm looking at this lovely lady here who's sleeping on a fluffy cloud. She seems quite serene and quite happy. You've got this lady here. Now, would you say she's fretting? The Nine of Voices is often associated with somebody that's got anxiety, that maybe trouble sleeping, sitting there regurgitating things that have happened in their head over and over again. But she does seem to be, I want to say, she's really trying not to do that. Really trying not to do that. I feel like this lady is imagining what it must be like to sleep with completely no worries. And I'm really drawn, again, I've got orange fingernails today. I really feel like I'm drawn to orange at the moment, which is our sacral chakra, obviously. There seems to be a lot of things going on about that, about our passions, igniting our passions, our core sort of being, really. There's a lot of things, I think, being awakened, which brings me on to the Death card. Now, I kind of just ignored the Death card there at my peril, because, it is a huge awakening, isn't it? It's a huge, right, this is happening. You cannot ignore me. But I kind of did, because I was just talking about the Nine of Voices first. And actually, the Death card was the card that came out first when I was talking about the chaos that happens in the Mercury retrograde. But what I feel this is representing today is actually the portal that we're in at the moment with the eclipse season. All right, so for those of you that don't know, I'm sure you do, but we had a new moon a few days ago, and that was a solar eclipse. Some of you may have been lucky to see it. And then we've got a full moon on the 5th, 6th of May, and that's going to be a lunar eclipse. So the time in between is kind of this weird energy where we're in the middle of a portal, in the middle of change. And couple that with a Mercury retrograde, which slows us down and creates all sorts of havoc, and all the other things that sort of go on as well. It's too many to mention, I feel. I just feel we've just got to go with it. All right, so when I look at this card, we've got, I would say it's more of a moth really than a butterfly, but it is that idea of this ladies are stuck in the cocoon at the minute. They're not able to break free from it. Hence maybe the worrying, the not sleeping, the anxiety that is sometimes depicted in this Nine of Voices. So I really feel this is a joint message, because I think this lovely, beautiful lady here is really doing her absolute best to take care of herself and get some rest and get some sleep and all the things that you need to do to keep yourself grounded and level-headed when there is chaos and change and endings and beginnings and transformations going on all around us and also happening to us, okay? I feel like this lady has realised that actually, yep, she is kind of stuck in this little cocoon, and she's just accepted that and is going with the energy of, all right, well, it's not going to be forever. Let's just see where I end up. And I do feel when I say end up, it's going to tie in with that full moon that's coming into us next week. And that might seem like a lifetime to you. You might be tuning in today thinking, I can't wait that long. But that's life, isn't it? You have to kind of go and fit in with the flow. All right. These people here, I feel like they're struggling to get out of there. It's as if they want to do things on their own time scales, as opposed to the time scales that are actually better for us, which, let's face it, we don't always know, do we? You know, I always remember I moved house. I've moved house a few times, but this particular time I wanted to move on a specific day. No real reason. I just got it in my head that that's when I had to move, and it didn't happen. And I felt like the world had ended. And I moved a week later. It's only a week, so it really wasn't a big deal, but it was to me at the time. And it turned out that day that I did want to move was like a monsoon here. I've never seen rain like it. The whole of Essex flooded, did not stop raining. Can you imagine moving house on a day like that? Whereas the actual day that happened was a beautiful sunny day. What a difference a week makes. I didn't know that, but I let it go, and the universe had a bit of a better plan. So I kind of feel like I'm telling you that story because there's an element here, I think, of letting go of the control of trying to do everything in your own time. That can lead to a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of needless worry. So I feel that the death card, I'm going to pull an angel card. I feel like the death card is reminding us that we're part of a plan, part of a time scale, and that's not really in our control. We like to think it is, but it really isn't. You know, sometimes things go to our plans, but you know, even the plans that we think go wrong, you look back and think, oh yeah, you know what, it's probably best that worked out that way. But you know, we never learn, do we? Never learn from it. We always have these challenges. So I hope that's helped. Let's see what angel card comes out now. Crystal. Oh, that's funny. I was just talking about crystals and crystal healing to somebody. Have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see yet. Told you, didn't I? Told you, we're not quite there yet. We're still here in this chrysalis stage, but I would just like to just tap on the beauty of that card. I know that angel is crystal, but if you have crystals, use them for grounding, use them to help with any kind of anxiety. They are a wonderful resource that are available to all of us. But that's quite funny, isn't it? No spoilers here, just changes come in and you need to just be positive and accept it. So let's see what is in store. Come back tomorrow and see what cards come up, and I'll pick another message for you. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.